Within this part, we are discussing human eye. How is the structure of human eye? What is the working? And in the next video, we will discuss what are the defects of human eye. See, animals having two eyes, but some animals having front eyes and some animals having the side eyes. When we having the front eyes, we can judge the distance, but when animals have the side eyes, they can't judge the distance. And so all the predators having the front eyes, in this way we can jump to the conclusion those animals having the front eyes like human being, like a tiger, they are predators. They were chasing something to catch or to hunt it, and they having front eyes. But the animals, those who are prey, they were running only to safeguard their lives, and so more views need to clear, and they having the side eyes. In this here, human eyes, they have located into cavity. But what is the shape of that eyes? This generally, the shape of human eye is approximately spherical. It is not exactly spherical, it is approximately spherical. That sphere having the diameter of 2.4 centimeter. For we are discussing all this for healthy eye, not a defective eye. Diameter is 2.4 centimeter. Next point is what is the near point? For a human eye, near point is 25 centimeter. Means what? It is a minimum distance. When object is at distance, without trace, we can observe it well, or we can get that image within our eye of that object very clearly, and without trace, that is 25 centimeter. And so if the object is within 25 centimeter, our eyes will get traced. And so always we should hold any object or textbook at 25 centimeter from our eyes, because it is near point. And what is a far point? Far point means what? The maximum distance in between the object and human eye, by which we can see that object, we can watch that object without any trace, and that is infinity. That means without trace we can observe the object which are at infinity, that is far distance, and minimum distance is 25 centimeter. So do not hold textbooks within the 25 centimeter. For the healthy human eye, what is the focal length? The lens which we having within our eye, that is crystalline lens we having, that focal length is 2 centimeter. Now we are discussing how actually our eye is and how it works. See, the human eye looks like this one. This is the eyelids. Within that one, we having the whitish membrane, and that membrane is called as sclera. Sclera is a protective membrane which will give safeguard for the total human, because this is a spherical one. Everywhere we having that sclera, that is sclerotic coating to protect the inner material of that, or inner system of that human eye. Then at the center of that white membrane, there is one spot or a dark, whatever may be the color, that is called as iris. See, the iris color is different for person to person. It is dependent on totally genetics. Some people having the black iris, some having the brown iris, some having the blue iris. European people having the blue iris, Mongolian, that is Chinese people having the brownish iris, and the African people having the black one. See, there is not any kind of resemblance. At the center of iris, there is a pupil. The pupil is a transparent material. See, pupil is that location from which totally light enters in our eyes, and we are getting the vision of the objects. So how is the eyes from outward side? Within this one, we having the white sclera. Within the white sclera, at the center of white sclera, we having the iris. Iris color is different for the different person. At the center of iris, there is a pupil. From pupil, maximum light will enter into human eye. When we consider this section of the human eye, see, the outermost covering is called as cornea. The cornea is the first membrane. It is a transparent from which maximum light get entered and it refracts. Behind the cornea, there is one jelly structure or there is a part of iris, and at the center of iris, there is a pupil from which light get entered in human eye. Then behind this iris, there is a crystalline lens, and it is a muscular lens made up of muscle, transparent crystalline muscular lens, and from that lens light get entered and going to fall on that optic disc. Optic disc is a part where after colliding the rays it gets sensation, and after getting sensation it will create the impulses, and that impulses will travel through this optic nerve, and optic nerve send this message to the human brain, and human brain will analyze these messages and it is getting the perseverance of an object as it is. Like this one, human eyes get worked. See, once again we are discussing. First light is going to fall on cornea. Here is the refraction. From that one, at the center of iris there is a pupil. From pupil light get entered into human eye. Then it going to fall on lens. Lens will bend that light. It is a biconvex lens. Biconvex lens will bend the light and light is going to fall. That is, focus is maintained on that optic disc. Optic disc is nothing but a retina. It is a screen. Retina will work as a screen in the human eye. It will get sensation. Sensation will convert into impulses that will be carried with the optic nerves. Optic nerve will send these messages to the human brain, and like this one, human brain will analyze all this and we are getting the actual vision or actual. See, now how it will work. What is about the pupil? When outside the surrounding or in the surrounding, light is more, light is intense one. So all the light when get entered into human eye, then the intense light will fall on optic disc and definitely it will damage the optic disc, and so we can lose our vision. So less light is necessary to get entered into human eye, and so when surrounding having the more light, that pupil will contract, it will change the diameter, and after changing the diameter it will little shorten, or because of less diameter, less light will get entered. But suppose in surrounding light is less, so more light you need to get entered into human eye to get the sensation, and so this diameter of pupil will expand and more light you can get. You are having the experience of the same. Suppose you are playing on the ground in the sunlight, and directly when you entered into a room, you are not getting any kind of vision, little darkness you are getting. What is the reason behind that one? When you are on the ground, light was more. Because of intense light, the pupil has contracted. It will work as a curtain of a window. When outside light is more, we are curtaining the light. That means we are closing the window. Like this one, when you are on the ground, pupil has contracted and less light is entering in your eye. But when directly you will enter into a room, because of a smaller diameter, actually in the room light is less, and again pupil has contracted, so very less light is reaching to the optic disc, so we are not getting the vision, so dark region we are observing. But when you will give little time to relaxation, then slowly diameter of pupil will expand, and pupil is diameter is increasing. Because of increased diameter, more light is getting entered into human eye, and slowly you are getting all the things from the room. So who is working this work of increasing and reducing the light within the human eye? That is pupil. And this power of changing the diameter and adjust the light intensity within the human eye, this power of pupil is called as power of adaptation. Just now light get entered into from pupil and going to fall on this lens. This just we have discussed, the focal length of human eye is 2 cm. That means always focus is maintained on this retina. That is, retina is a screen. It works as a screen to get the pictures. Now see, when we are observing the objects which are distant, distance means what? When object is very far away from you, we have discussed the object which is at infinity, light is parallel. So when this incident ray is traveling towards human eye parallel, so we have discussed that is meet at focus, and so the light is focused on that optic disc, that is on retina. So see here, that is incident ray and this is a bending. So this angle maintained or angle formed in between this incident ray and refracted ray is a smaller. But when we are observing the objects which is nearby, see, these are the incident rays, and as these are the incident ray, focus should be always maintained on retina. So now what are these? These are the refracted ray and focus is maintained on retina, and this is the angle in between incident ray and refracted ray. So when we focus on this angle number 1 and this angle number 2, so we are getting first angle is little smaller than the second angle. That means here bending is more. So easily it is not going to happen. So who is doing this work? That means without changing the lenses, we are adjusting that. Before this one we have discussed, when focal length is less, bending is more. When focal length is more, then bending is less. So to obtain always light focused on this retina, this crystalline muscular lens is changing its diameter. And who helps within that one? These are the ciliary muscles. See, this one is a textbook. In front of you I am holding a textbook, and by pressing it will take the shape of convex. My hands, the right hand and left hand, will work as a ciliary muscle. If I will press it, suppose if I will press it, then bulging, that is thickness is increasing. If I am going to relax my hand, then thickness decreases and the lens become thin. So by compressing and relaxation, by pressing and relaxation, what we are getting here, the diameter of lens get changed or not. Like this one, what is true? It is example only. What I have explained with the help of textbook, that will happen with this lens. If ciliary muscles get increased or it expands, then definitely it will press the lens, and as it is pressing the lens become thicker. And because of thin lens, because of this thick lens, then bending power, focal length decreases. As focal length decreases, bending increases, and then we are getting always light focused on that retina. So when we are observing the objects which are distant, that is far away, our lens, which is crystalline muscular lens, which is behind this pupil, must be relaxed. Then it should be thinner. And as it is thin, focal length increases. As focal length increases, bending is less, and again this light is focused on this retina and we are getting the image. But when we are observing nearby objects, light is not parallel. So anyhow light will get entered in human eye. Then bending should be more. And to bend light more, power should increase. And power is inversely proportional to focal length. Focal length more, then power less. Here power should be more, so focal length should be less. And as to create the less focal length, this ciliary muscle is going to press this lens, and because of pressing or because of expansion of these ciliary muscles, this lens become thicker, and as lens thicker, power increases, and again focus is maintained on this retina. So this lens having the power of changing the diameter or changing the focal length, and so the lens having the power of changing the focal length as per the necessity, this power of lens is called as power of accommodation.